Welcome to the presentation entitled Defining and Monitoring the Mentoring Relationship. The process of mentorship will be explored, as well as the characteristics and behaviors that both mentors and mentees should possess to increase the possibility that a mentorship will be effective. The presentation will also include some of the reasons mentorships can become problematic, and will conclude with a look at the instruments available to measure the effectiveness of a mentorship. A mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor, someone who teaches and gives help and advice to a less experienced person, a mentee. A mentorship is a process in which one faculty member offers advice or support to another faculty member for the purpose of professional development. Some mentoring relationships focus on research, others focus on careers. But it is possible for mentorships to focus on both, because research, after all, is an essential aspect of a career, and a career may be entirely based on one's research. Unique features of a mentorship include role modeling, a focus on achievement, there is direct interaction, direct assistance with career development is offered, there is emotional and psychological support. A mentorship is reciprocal in benefit, and this kind of professional relationship places an emphasis on the mentor's greater experience, influence, and achievement. In productive mentoring relationships, mentors and mentees have shared values, mutual respect, a personal connection, clear expectations of one another, and a feeling of reciprocal benefit. Successful mentoring relationships can flourish when both mentor and mentee know and accept the responsibilities and expected behaviors associated with their roles.
I feel a responsibility to the people who have entrusted me with mentoring them. My PhD students, it's a key step in their career. Fellows who are in that transition period between residency and faculty, for example. It's my responsibility to help them navigate those obstacles in their career and to help them get to the next step in their career. So I think mentoring is really a continuous responsibility for faculty in academic environments.
To be truly effective, a mentor must commit to mentoring. Once the commitment is made, a mentor will show a willingness to be available and accessible, offer help and assist the mentee with identifying strengths and defining goals, give professional guidance, not just initially but consistently, challenge a mentee's abilities, hold the mentee to high standards, ensure that the mentee completes projects, offer comprehensive feedback and constructive criticism, assist with networking and seeking extramural funding, remain attentive to the mentee's practice style, vision, and personality, and provide resources, experts, and source materials in the field. Mentors should never forget to acknowledge the mentee's contributions and share success and benefits with them. It is of great importance that mentees be proactive. They can exhibit this proactive behavior by driving the relationship, fostering relationships with more than one mentor in order to gain a variety of perspectives, identifying and presenting problems, showing a willingness to seek out and hear criticism, and holding the mentor accountable for details such as the time commitments required to review manuscripts for publication. Mentees must also respect meeting times, come prepared to every meeting, and commit the appropriate amount of time and effort needed to analyze data and complete and submit manuscripts for publication. The personal attributes of both mentors and mentees will impact the effectiveness of a mentoring relationship. Ideally, both mentors and mentees should be active listeners, enthusiastic, understanding, compassionate, non-judgmental, patient, honest, responsive, trustworthy, reliable, and self-reflective. In addition to all the characteristics shared with mentees, mentors have quite a few additional desirable attributes. They should possess expertise, professional integrity, and the respect of their peers. They should be approachable, supportive, encouraging, altruistic, generous, motivated, and capable of motivating others. A mentee characteristic that is extremely important is the ability to be open to feedback. Being open to the feedback of their mentor will lead to a more productive experience for the mentee. We can use the Mentorship Profile and the Mentorship Effectiveness Scale developed by Johns Hopkins School of Nursing to measure the effectiveness of a mentoring relationship. The Mentorship Profile questionnaire describes a mentorship. It provides a background for interpreting the responses to the Mentorship Effectiveness Scale questions. The Mentorship Profile questionnaire has two parts. Part 1 focuses on characteristics of the mentorship, such as how often you communicate and how long the mentorship has gone on. Part 2 focuses on the outcomes that have resulted from the mentorship, such as publications and grant applications. The Mentorship Effectiveness Scale includes questions. Each question consists of a statement about the mentor, followed by a set of choices representing different degrees of agreement to the statement. It is the hope that every mentorship will go well, but there are indicators that suggest a mentorship may be in trouble. If the mentor and/or the mentee fail to meet, if the mentor or the mentee cannot commit to the mentorship agreements, if the mentor abuses power, and if strong emotions develop between the mentor and the mentee. If either mentor or mentee fail to meet, efforts should be made to rescue the relationship. The two parties should explore possible solutions and renegotiate and test a new meeting schedule, format, content, and style. Both parties should negotiate a schedule for further meetings well in advance. Sometimes mentoring meetings stop happening because it has become apparent that the mentor and the mentee have clear differences in interest, aspiration, need, and style. If this is the case, a new mentor may be needed. This type of mentorship in trouble should be identified early in the annual review of mentorships by the administration, and measures should be taken accordingly. If a mentor is unable to commit to agreements, the mentee should request transfer to a new mentor. If the mentee is challenged by the agreements and unable to commit, the mentor should have a frank discussion with the mentee on the causes. If the causes are due to the inexperience of the mentee, appropriate support should be provided by the mentor to help the mentee meet the agreements. A mentee should immediately request a new mentor if the mentor clearly abuses his or her power. Examples of such abuse include subversion of mentee interests to serve those of the mentor, stealing authorship from the mentee, stealing the mentee's ideas, bullying the mentee, sexually harassing the mentee. If abuse of power is the source of trouble in a mentorship, the mentee should immediately speak to the head of their department about the situation. If strong emotions develop between the mentor and the mentee, the mentorship should be terminated. Strong emotions such as mutually respectful love, intense dislike, or even a relationship that could be described as great friends will hurt both parties due to the power difference between the mentor and the mentee. A summary of key ideas in this module are that a mentorship is a process in which one faculty gives advice or support to the other for the advancement of research or career, or both. Mentors and mentees must assume certain responsibilities, exhibit certain behaviors, and possess certain personal attributes for a mentorship to be successful. Benchmarks of an effective mentorship include that there are shared values, mutual respect, clear expectations, personal connection, and reciprocal benefit between the mentor and the mentee. There are indicators that suggest a mentorship may be in trouble. They are failing to meet agreements, abuse of power, and strong emotions being developed. If the trouble is related to the latter two, a new mentor should be requested. Instruments are available to measure the effectiveness of a mentorship. One is the Mentorship Profile Questionnaire, and the other is the Mentorship Effectiveness Scale.